In the world of video games, there are clones like we've seen with PT. There are rip-offs such as Taxi Man being such as Pac-Man being Taxi Man. There are good games, great games, bad games. Well, in the summer of 2006, there was a video game franchise launched by Volition and Deep Silver called Saints Row. What is up, Hardcore Nation? It's Hardcore Christopher here. So, Saints Row began as what I consider a GTA clone. I do understand that a lot of people do consider Saints Row a GTA clone, and then there is the minority which say that Saints Row is not a GTA clone. But I am under the assumption that the first two were. So Saints Row started in August of 2006. It took 2 years later, 2008, to get Saints Row 2. Then it took us 3 years to get Saints Row the third. And all three games, they revolved around the same concept. You're a part of the Saints, and you do things to take control of Stillwater. It wasn't until Saints Row 4 that things got a little... They went from being normal to just straight up crazy. So, Saints Row 4 is amazing. In fact, I'm watching the credits because I beat it. I actually beat it one time as a man, this time as a woman, so yeah. So, to backtrack a little, you are now the President of the United States. And there's this alien race, and the alien race's leader is Zinniac, who sticks everyone into a simulation. It's their worst nightmares. For the president, you are stuck in a 1950s sitcom. For Pierce, it is Saints Row. It is Saints Row endorsements. For Asha, her nightmare is failing at her job. Gat is a 2D side scroller Streets of Rage. It's called Rage of Saints, or Saints of Rage, or something like that. And his nightmare is saving Asha. No. Aisha. Something like that. If I butcher these names, don't hate on me. Kinsey's is wearing a poodle skirt for some reason. At least from what I can gather. Benjamin King, his worst nightmare is being killed by Tanya over and over and over and over again. So, you are basically stuck inside of a video game. It's a video game that takes place inside of a video game. However, however, I lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. Gonna look real stupid when I upload this. Oh yeah. However, you break out of this simulation. Simulation. And you do a whole bunch of stuff and kill Zinyak, and you are the... And when you defeat him, you are the sole owner of the Zin Empire. Okay. Now, you now to now a lot of people may ask, well, didn't Johnny die in Saints Row the Third? No. As weird as this may sound, Johnny was not killed. He was taken captive by Zinniac years before he actually did his invasion on Earth. Which, the invasion destroys the Earth. Okay. Let's get off of Saints Row 4. And they released a expansion pack, which actually made it as its own video game. Well, Gat Out of Hell, which is by far one of the most mediocre games that I've played. There were some handheld titles such as Saints Row Drive-By, Saints Row Undercover, and then there is the Saints Row Re-Elect, which is a remastered version, well, I should say versions of Saints Row 4 and Saints Row Get Out of Hell. And then we come... Oh, I'm sorry. I might as well explain Get Out of Hell. Okay. It takes place after... It takes place after Saints Row 4. The president gets sucked into hell, and that causes Gat and Kinsey to go into hell. And the objective is to make Satan mad. So mad, in fact, that he pretty much wants you... No, there's no pretty much. He wants you dead. I've already done a video about it. It's not worth it. Not worth it at all. I have no idea, but in Saints Row 4, I don't know if they introduce hacking or if it's something that was in the previous games. But, and in Saints Row 4, you get superpowers. They're pretty awesome. You get telekinesis. You get aura. You get stomp. And you get a blast, which is either fire, ice. That's it. The aura, you can have lightning, fire, or you can freeze everyone, which comes in very handy when it comes to the fight against Julius Little, who was the former leader of the Saints. Now you may be wondering, well, how did he get? Well, it's a video game. It doesn't have to make sense. So I got back on Saints Row 4. I'm sorry. So after Saints Row 4 and after Get Out of Hell, which Saints Row 4 released in 2013. Now we come to the spin-off, and this was released in 2017. Agents of Mayhem. From what I've seen on YouTube, it is very, very good. But I understand that a lot of people don't really like. I personally like out of this world stories. I like those type of storylines. That's it. There's nothing more for me to say about Saints Row. I'm Hardcore Christopher. Keep it hardcore, everyone, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's meet that 1,000 subscriber mark. Don't forget to go show Spooky RoboCat, Bob Larson, the Real Exorcist, JC Delgado, DZ, and Anton Masters some love. I'm Hardcore Christopher. Keep it hardcore, everyone.